Great.
All right, it looks like we're live.
Hello.
Welcome everybody. I'm so happy to be here today with Corinne Castelli. Welcome, Corinne. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for inviting me here in this platform here tonight. Yeah,
Of
or
course.
yeah.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Where are you joining us from tonight?
I'm in Berlin actually. Yeah, and I
Berlin.
think it's morning at your time, right?
Yeah, it's noon my time in the
Yeah.
U.S. in Colorado. It's funny saying tonight because it's nighttime for you, daytime for me.
Yeah.
Um, but it's really wonderful. Corinne and I were just catching up like old friends before before we got started, so it was
Mm.
really wonderful. And I'm really excited for this interview because Corinne, you had a really unique experience, I think, in the Prosperous Yoga Teacher Training. Um,
Mm.
one reason I think is that you are not really a traditional yoga teacher. You're helping folks with owning their voice and their vocal power, but in their bodies. And I definitely I want to ask you that question. I'd love to start out, by really just seeing if you can introduce yourself a little bit and tell us about your business, how it works, and what you do.
Okay, great. My pleasure. Okay. So my name is Corinne and I'm from Italy, but I live in Germany since long years now. And I was trained like as an actress and vocal teacher. And at the moment, through the help also of David, I'm helping women and supporting women who struggle really to find confidence with their voices, and really when they struggle about public speaking, I really support them to find ease and confidence in stepping out and really use their voice and show themselves in public and in conversations and in everyday interactions, which has to deal and to do with the voice, right?
Hmm.
So
And
this is what I'm doing currently.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you have a unique way of doing it, though. It's very much in the body.
Yeah.
Can you describe that a little bit, just a little bit?
Yeah, yes, of course. Actually, I was somatically trained a lot, so I was doing a lot of body mind centering, continuum movement, and at the same time, I was also specializing in this Lichtenberger voice method. It's a German voice method, which is very somatically based. And so I'm doing really a mixture. I'm putting this together so that really the vocal work is supported holistically through the whole body, and really that every cell can vibrate and really get in resonance, because it's about resonance.
Oh,
Yeah,
so cool.
so that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Love it, love it. Sounds really aligned.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. So that's cool. So Corinne, why don't you would you be willing to tell us a little bit about where your business was before we started working together? So before you started the Prosperous Yoga Teacher Training, how were you showing up in your business? What was your business looking like, and what was your mindset?
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
So first of all, I would say that I was not really showing up. I had a business officially, but in my mindset, I was not a business owner.
Uh-huh.
And my mindset was mainly really in a deep scarcity, trance of scarcity, really.
Mhm.
But I was not seeing this. I was really all the time turning around and trying to find out what I was doing wrong and what was wrong in the people, and all outside, all projected outside. But I
Uh-huh.
was not seeing the main point, which was really about my mindset and my trance of scarcity I was in since a lot of years.
Uh-huh.
Um, and, the work helped me so much to really be able to also name what I was doing all the time, and to find a structure for all the competency that I had, and I was not able to bring into the world. So from not showing up but wanting to do so, I
Yeah.
really had the sensation that I could make the step to show up and really bring all this mixture of different methods and capacities and of experience, and to
Yeah.
bring it out. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a really interesting one for me. So a little interesting backstory. Corinne was referred to me by another mutual friend slash client,
Yeah.
Eliza, and you might have seen a video interview that I did with her. If not, check it out. But we actually connected online, and we were both in Nepal before we actually moved forward. But we were both in Nepal, but we never really connected until after I left Nepal and got back. We were both doing some Buddhist stuff, some spiritual stuff over in Nepal. And so I bring this up because this topic is really fascinating to me, around, like you said, you weren't showing up. And this is a really common thing that I see amongst yoga teachers and amongst anybody who's spiritually minded, actually, where we have a sense of like, well, who am I to do this?
Yeah.
Imposter syndrome. I don't want to put myself out there, because then maybe I will be perceived as having a big ego, or all
Yeah.
these things that go around in our head, right? Uh,
Hmm.
so this is really, I'm really glad that you brought this up. And so when you started the program, so you came into the Prosperous Yoga Teacher Training with me, and what were some of the first changes that you made to help you to make that shift?
Hmm. Okay. First of all, realizing that I was trapped into this scarcity mindset around my business was already a big revelation for me. Like practicing gratitude, starting to think big, really to go into and to step into another world of perceiving myself, perceiving my work, and the gift also that I could do. So all the way I was thinking about business was reframed, and made it very organic for me to step into a new world, into a new way of thinking about business. So this
So,
was,
so I
yeah.
have a question. That before that, what did you think about business?
I was thinking that business was something where I had to sell myself and go out and convince people to buy something that perhaps they didn't need it. And,
Right.
I was always feeling like that the chance for me to do something based upon greed or money, or wanting to
Right.
become more successful would bring me a little bit into situations that I was not thinking were right, kind of. So I
Okay.
preferred to hide and not to really go out, especially when it was about marketing. Really, I was hating marketing before.
Yeah. Okay. I want to. I
Yeah,
want to. I want to stack on that for a second,
yeah.
because when people, I don't think people believe me, but I often say this. Like, I really love marketing. I love business,
Yeah.
and I love all of this stuff, because for me, I feel like this is how we actually help people.
Mm-hmm.
We actually
Mm.
help people by enrolling them into our programs and
Yeah,
working with them. You know
yeah.
what I mean? And I don't think that we actually help people by just writing nice, fluffy blog posts or emails or whatever it is, or not putting ourselves out there, and not really connecting with people, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I really can only say that the way you were teaching me, about how to do it, how to show up,
yeah,
was so organic for me that now I can really truly say that I love it. I love to do that. I love to reach out.
uh,
Because it was aligned, because I didn't have to um, put a mask on
right,
myself and
right,
try to sell something or be what I'm not.
Yeah.
But I could, kind of also lean back a little bit and reach out at the same time with confidence, which feels like, I can be by myself and reach out at the same time if my intention and my motivation is clean. And
Yes.
this made a big shift,
Yeah. 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 And this really reminds me of something that I always talk about, which is, empathy actually is the key. It's like the secret to good marketing. Is
Hmm.
That's really what develops that connection with folks.
Yeah,
Is putting yourself in their shoes, trying
yeah,
to imagine what they're going through, like really like feeling like the suffering that they're going through every day, and
yeah.
understanding that. And when you come from that place, not only does it shift your mind and shift your energy, and people all of a sudden are much more open to you because you're connected with them,
Mhm.
but it also really brings a sense of trust on the other end, where people are like, oh, this person gets me, they understand me, and this is
Mhm.
so rare. And
Yeah,
so, I think people get stopped with business and marketing because they think putting themselves out there means it's all about me.
exactly. This
Like,
is exactly what I
look at
wanted.
me, look at me, I'm
Yeah,
so great, right?
exactly. This is what exactly I wanted to tell, that what this was all the time my preoccupation. I was always worried about what they will think about me
Uh-huh.
and the way they will perceive me. Perhaps it's not the right way. It was all about me and so much,
Right?
ego stuff actually. But
Yeah.
the moment my motivation shifted from me to, okay, let's see who is there and let's see who I can hopefully benefit. This also made a big shift. I was not afraid anymore.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, yeah, this really gave me courage to reach out, and also to trust that if the right connection is there, things will happen.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah, there's no need to force anything.
no,
There's no need to even push.
yeah,
Um, that's another really common thing that I talk about a lot, which is, when you have that vision of where you're going and who you're working with and who you're helping and what you're doing, you're pulled to that, like almost by your heart. You're
yes,
pulled. You wake up, you're pulled to do this work. It's not like, oh, it's so heavy and difficult and I have to push myself to do
mm,
this.
yeah.
It's energizing.
Yeah. And really also to connect with this, that I felt that business can become for me such a creative act. And I was never thinking about business in terms of creative space, because
Yeah.
for me business was always something very narrow-minded, where you really have to have a strategy, and like where you cannot be free. But really, through the way you were delivering the whole, I got a structure, but
Uh-huh.
as well as a big freedom to become creative. And this really kind of activated a lot of ideas in me, a lot of processes. So really, this business stuff is has an alchemical capacity into it. Like I love that.
I'm glad you brought that up because people sometimes avoid structure, especially
Yeah.
yoga teachers don't want to be kind of pinned down, don't want to be too narrow, right?
Mhm.
And having structure actually allows structure is a gateway to freedom, really.
Yeah.
Structure allows for freedom, a freedom of expression, creativity, and
Yeah.
the best analogy for that I can think of is jazz music. Whether you like it or not, jazz
Mhm.
always has a very solid structure. So as
Yeah.
soon as you hear it, it's jazz, right? It has that
Yes.
spin, right? Like ta 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 ta. And so it always has that. But yet,
Mm.
so there's that structure. It's always there. But yet, it's
Yeah.
the most improvisational music that there
Yeah.
is. So they're
Yeah.
always improvising. And that structure, that framework allows for almost unlimited creative expression.
Yeah.
And business is the same way.
Yeah. I can really say that structure was one of the main aspects I was really struggling with. And after having a structure, having received a structure and having gone through the structure, I can be free, and I know that in the next years to come, I will use this structure again and again and again, but the content is unlimited in variation.
Uh-huh.
So really it's kind of, I felt I was given a container
Uh-huh.
that was kind of giving me the possibility to breathe out and say, oh, now I have boundaries, I have a container, and into this container I can start, to move and shift and dance into the container. And and I feel much more safe through that,
Ah,
you know. Yeah.
oh,
So
I love it.
feeling safe is a big aspect also about that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's really important. That's really important. If we don't feel safe, we're not going to go anywhere. We're not going to do anything. We'll protect. We'll just self-protect, right?
exactly.
Stay safe. But if we feel safe and we have a structure provides safety, another thing, if we feel
Yeah.
that, like driving a car, you have this structure around you, you feel safe to go, then you can go on that journey.
Yeah.
Great. So, okay. So you came in, before we started, you felt like you didn't even have a business. You weren't showing up as a business owner. Came in, started to shift your mindset into abundance out of scarcity, practicing these mindset practices that we teach, and then starting to put some structure into your business. And then what happened? Tell us a little bit about some of your results.
Yeah, I mean, so many nice things happened then. Really, as soon as I took the first steps, some resonance started to happen, and I was very lucky because I kind of applied first new clients, and I started to connect with new people, got got presentations, like so many things that I was not even dreaming about before.
Uh-huh.
And I really have to say that the way I change, the way I'm now relating with clients is so much more relaxed, and I feel more calm because the setting is more clear, the
Mm,
structure is more clear, the relation with the client is also more clear.
yeah.
And now I'm I don't know if this is the right English word, but I'm prospering. My business is
Yeah.
prosperous. Yeah,
Yeah. It's that's the exact right English word.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And really to crown it to like now at the top, I will work with a big choir with a lot of women, and I'm really excited with all the things that will start to meet me. But I think that all this is coming because my internal motivation,
Mhm.
my internal, vision is aligned, and
Yeah.
so things are happening therefore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And can you tell me a little bit more about that as far as like did you just come in and all of a sudden you got results like right away, or was this a process of self realization where you're kind of everything was unfolding, and I'd love to hear a little bit more about that.
Yes. Actually, yeah, because it seems like it was a lot of work. Really, it was a lot of internal work. Really,
Yeah.
I can remember having really also some little meltdowns and breakdowns because I had to really face some things that I was bypassing all the time,
Uh,
especially about technology and things that I was thinking, oh no, I will never learn this, or I will never be able to do that. But really also through your guidance and the clarity that you also gave, I was like, okay, let's try, let's go. And really I really had to work, and it was a big self-discovery process at the same time, because I couldn't, I had to face some parts of myself where I was really blocked, and it was not only about business, but it was the self beliefs that were also blocking me on in relationships and in other parts of my life that I had to face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so amazing, so powerful. I really remember, a couple of our conversations where we were talking about how this, stepping out and really like stepping into the role of a business owner, how it really actually is like a mirror to ourself, right?
Right.
And it provides a real kind of a space for spiritual growth.
Yes. Yes.
There's not much else like it. You don't get that in a job where
Yeah.
where you
Yeah.
just kind of
Yeah.
clock in and you get a paycheck.
And really, it was. I would have never thought that a business could be a spiritual practice in this sense.
I know.
So it was like, wow. But through this, I got immediate feedback when I was
Right.
not aligned, or where, I was
Yeah.
kind of starting to go back into the laziness or the previous habits. I was immediately getting a response from, like a client not showing up, or, like,
Mhm.
or things not getting done. And I was really starting to feel, oh, it's really dependent on, again, my motivation, my clarity, and my inner alignment, and my mindset, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is really key. I just want to review here what you just described, Corinne. There's a process that you have to go through as far as what it takes to get results, and people always want to have a shortcut. They always want to have that magic pill, right? Um,
Yeah.
I like to call that "ooh shiny." Like, oh, there's a shiny object. There's a shiny object. And I'm going to go for that thing. But the real results comes from doing the real work.
Of course.
As you said, this was not easy.
No.
It's
Yeah.
not. But also, you know, why did you keep going, right? You know,
Mm.
and I think a lot of it is from, you actually made a commitment. You're
Yes.
like, okay, I'm committing to doing this.
Yeah.
And this is a really key thing that you need to keep in mind, and everybody that's listening or watching this needs to keep in mind when you're working with clients, is that you can help them the most by helping them to commit fully to themselves and the result that they want to get.
Yeah.
Because as you said, Corinne, like, and I see this all the time, this is really normal. People will come in and they're really excited, they're really lit up. In the beginning of the program, we get like massive clarity on who it is you want to work with and how you can help them, what problem you help them solve. And then, things start to get a little bit more real, where it's like, okay, here, I'm going to be helping you to reach out to people and
Yeah.
invite them to conversations, right? And then it gets even more real, where it's like, okay, you're going to create a workshop and you're going to get out there and lead a workshop. And there, none of these steps are easy.
No.
But what's the end result?
Yeah. I don't really want to miss any one of my meltdowns, because really it was necessary, and I and this kind of reframed me, and
Reframe, yeah,
yeah, it was kind of, I was like feeling like a toddler who was now learning again how to crawl, how to walk, how to stand up, and
yeah,
and but consciously, really consciously. So this, what I have learned, no one will take it away anymore from me. So this
right,
is also something, like, kind of to own the process, and really to say, I did it with my hands. I
yeah,
really put my hands into I had really had to chew it and embody it.
yeah,
And of of course, still today some struggles come, and then I have to go back and check in and see how is the mindset. It's
Yeah.
not that no, it's done and it will never get back
Right.
again. But
Right.
now I know the way, so I know the way by myself and I can navigate it by myself. And this is amazing because this gives me a lot of freedom. And then also, and in addition to that, I can convey it with a much more embodied um, knowledge to my clients. I can really speak from my experience truly, and then seeing, okay, what's happening with them. And it makes such a huge difference working with a committed client. Wow, really, I'm seeing it with the clients that I'm having now. They really signed up, they really show up, they really answer my mails, they do the exercises, and then, of course, they start to have results, and then everyone is happy,
Right. Right.
So,
It's a win-win.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
And coming back to structure as well, you have that confidence now, you have that mindset, and when you lose it, you know how to get it back. But
Yeah,
from the structure place, you also now have a structure that nobody can take away from you. You know how
exactly.
to run your business, you know how to do marketing, you know how to enroll clients, you know how to
Yeah.
talk to people, you know how to do all the things that previously you didn't know how to do. And of course, it's going to be very difficult to be confident if you don't know how to do those things. So,
Yeah.
that stuff is really important. Like being able to know, like, what is a good strategy and what works is really helpful because it can give you confidence.
Exactly. And the tragedy also was that on one hand, I had 10 years of a lot of training, a lot of knowledge, and I was really feeling all the time inside of me, I have so much to give, but I was blocked because I didn't know how to put it out with this structure, with this, how to package it, like to package it in the sense, what am I doing? How am I speaking about this? How am I going to reach out to the people? And this was preventing me from applying so many years of knowledge and training. And I was very, very, very frustrated about that, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now you don't need to worry about that anymore.
Yeah.
And, and really, thank you for putting yourself, thank you for making that commitment. Thank you
Yeah.
for putting yourself out there because now you can really help people.
Yeah. And I'm seeing it already, the results are already visible for me, because it's not only that I'm speaking here, and speaking about something that is not happening, because it's happening.
Yeah.
And of course, it requires patience, it requires work,
Yeah.
but I'm seeing it directly. Okay, 1+1 is 2. So,
Right.
yeah.
It doesn't get much more simple and logical than that. I love it. That's basically what we're doing here. 1+1 is 2. I love it. Cool. Well, I think you really summed it all up, and I really thank you for showing
Mm,
up. Thank you for really sharing with everybody your journey.
yeah.
And if anybody has any questions or anything like that, you can put them in the comments below, and we'll try to get to them. We can get to them anytime. And I want to thank you, Corinne. I have
Mm,
deep appreciation and gratitude for you. And really, thank you for showing up and doing the work in the program, and
yeah.
really being open and coachable and committed and decisive, and having a lot of diligence in the process, really just sticking with it, because
Mm.
now you really see what the results are. So really want to thank you, and really appreciate you.
Mm, okay, thank you so much. But this, of course, goes back to you, because really, without your guidance, all
Mhm.
this diligence, all this clarity, and all this results wouldn't have been possible, because I really needed a guide. So thank you for being a very, very kind-hearted, but at the same time very clear and strict guide at the same time too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, my
So,
pleasure. My
yeah.
pleasure. So thank you so much, Corinne. And I want to, invite people. Corinne, we'll put your website down in the comments here below. And I want to invite people to check out what you have going on. And you might have to hit the Google Translate because it's going to be in all kinds of languages. But I also want to invite people, if this sounds like something that you would like to learn more about and you would like to talk to somebody, talk to me or somebody on my team, we'd be happy to talk and see if we can help you. And the way that you can do that is you can go to the prosperousyogateacher.com/apply, and you can get on there and sign up for a breakthrough session where we'll just talk about where you're at. We'll dive into your current situation, see what you're struggling with, see where you want to go, what you want to create, what kind of results you want to create in your business, in your life, and then we'll help you develop a game plan to get there. And if it's a good fit, I might invite you to take it further. If not, then all good. But it is a very powerful conversation, maybe one of the most powerful conversations you can have about your business and about your life. If you want to do this for real, if you want to be a business owner, as a yoga teacher or as a movement teacher, whatever you do, if you really want to do this, you owe it to yourself to get real about it, have some real conversations, and get honest with yourself more than anything, right? So anything else you wanna say, Corinne, before we say goodbye?
I want to say hello to everyone who will watch this video, and really wish everyone a good journey with David if you will embark into this adventure. This is
Oh,
really my wish.
thank you so much. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. I appreciate everybody for watching or listening, and hope everybody has a beautiful day, and Corinne, a beautiful night.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, and we'll see everybody again soon.
See you. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.